Fluorine is not a constituent of A. Freon, B. Chloroform, C. Teflon, D. Fluorocarbons. The correct answer is chloroform. The most commonly used combustion system manufactured in India for the thermal power plant boilers is the combustion system. A. Pulverized fuel, B. Traveling grate stoker firing, C. Circulating fluidized bed, D. Fluidized bed. The correct answer is pulverized fuel. During solid-state sintering of powders, the following mechanism can be active. A. Evaporation and condensation, B. Solid-state diffusion processes, C. Liquid formation in grain boundaries, D. Creation of more dislocations. The correct answer is solid-state diffusion processes. The transition temperature at which all the ferromagnetic materials become paramagnetic materials is termed as the Curie temperature. Its value for cobalt is C. A. 768, B. 1127, C. 1359, D. 1480. The correct answer is 1127. Regeneration of molecular seive requires it to be heated to a temperature of about C. A. 80-120, B. 200-300, C. 600-800, D. 1000-1100. The correct answer is 1000-1100. The ultimate strength in tension for steel is times the ultimate strength in shear. A. 0.5, B. 0.9, C. 1.5, D. 2.5. The correct answer is 1.5. The activity of pure hydrogen gas at 1000 C and 5 atm pressure. A is always less than 1. B is always greater than 1. C can be 5. D depends on the choice of the standard state. The correct answer is depends on the choice of the standard state. Which of the following transducers is most commonly used for the measurement of shock and vibration? A. Linear variable differential transducer LVDT, B. Dial gauge, C. Accelerometer, D. None of these. The correct answer is accelerometer. The power of a low-capacity prime mover is most suitably measured by a type dynamometer. A. Driving, B. Transmission, C. Absorption, D. None of these. The correct answer is absorption. Addition increases the depth of hardness of steel. A. Chromium, B. Nickel, C. Tungsten, D. Vanadium. The correct answer is chromium. The most important consideration in value engineering is the A. Profit maximization, B. Customer satisfaction, C. Cost reduction, D. Process improvement. The correct answer is customer satisfaction. Lime contains about 90 CaO. Percentage CaO present in limestone is about A. 25, B. 50, C. 70, D. 80. The correct answer is 50. The most important material handling system in an integrated steel plant is the A. Belt conveyor, B. Diesel locomotive, C. Truck, D. Overhead hoists cranes. The correct answer is diesel locomotive. Property of a material to resist a tensile force without giving away is a measure of its A. Stiffness, B. Toughness, C. Resilience, D. Tenacity. The correct answer is tenacity. Cast iron has the unique property of high A. Ductility, B. Damping characteristics, C. Hardness, D. Malleability. The correct answer is damping characteristics. Steels with high carbon equivalent have poor weldability because in these steels during welding, carbon and other alloying elements get oxidized from the weld pool. Excessive ferrite forms in the heat-affected zone leading to poor toughness of the weld. Martensite forms in the heat-affected zone leading to poor toughness ductility of the weld. Desegregation of carbon and other element occurs in the weld pool leading to poor properties of the weld. The correct answer is martensite forms in the heat-affected zone leading to poor toughness ductility of the weld. If the pH value of a solution of sodium chloride is 7, then what will be the pH value of the solution after its electrolysis? A7, B7, C7, D0. The correct answer is 7. Measurement of the area of the indented surface is not involved in the hard haze testing method. A. Vickers, B. Rockwell, C. Knoop, D. Brinell. The correct answer is Rockwell. Salvage value is the most flexible criteria for analyzing a financial investment. Salvaging means A. Disposing of a machine property on as-is where-is basis. B. Disposing of machine property which is no longer useful in the present scenario. C. Mortgaging the obsolete machine property. D. Writing off the obsolete machine property. The correct answer is disposing of machine property which is no longer useful in the present scenario. Superconduction in metals is observed at a temperature of K. A. 100. B. 100. C. About 273. D. About 373. The correct answer is 100. Springback in sheet metal bending depends on the A. Elastic limit, B. Bend radius, C. Degree of bend, D. Thickness of sheet. The correct answer is thickness of sheet. The yield point in fatigue loading compared to that in static loading is less. The ratio of ultimate tensile strength to endurance limit of a material subjected to fatigue loading is A. 0.5, B. 1, C. 1.5, D. 2. The correct answer is 2. Which of the following is not used as a fuel in rocket propellaht? A. Liquid hydrogen, B. Liquid oxygen, C. Liquid hydrazine, D. Kerosene oil. The correct answer is liquid oxygen. Hyposodium thiosulfate, because of its complex forming behavior, is used in photography to remove undecomposed silver bromide as a soluble complex for of the picture. A. Printing, B. Developing, C. Color, D. Fixation. The correct answer is developing. Temperature of hot gases flowing in a pipe is measured by a thermocouple inserted in the thermal well. The thermal well made of will facilitate the most accurate measurement of the temperature. A. Copper, B. Steel, C. Aluminium, D. Brass. The correct answer is copper. Welding will be the most suitable for butt welding 220 cms thick boiler drum mild steel plates. A. Electrical resistance, B. Electroslag, C. Plasma torch, D. Submerged arc. The correct answer is electroslag. Machinability of hard alloys tool steels is improved by A. Spherodising, B. Annealing, C. Tempering, D. normalizing. The correct answer is annealing. Laser. A stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. B has the same intensity as visible light. C can't be used for cutting metals. D none of these. The correct answer is stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Forces do not act in case of fluids. A. Vibratory, B. Centrifugal, C. Elastic. D. Tensile. The correct answer is tensile. Which of the following is not a natural abrasive? A. Silicon carbide. B. Quartz. C. Corundum. D. Emery. The correct answer is silicon carbide. The function of a nozzle provided in steam turbine is to A. Throttle down, i.e. reduce the pressure of steam. B. Convert internal energy into kinetic energy. C. Increase the velocity of steam. D. All ABC. The correct answer is all ABC. Which of the following polymers is obtained by copolymerization of three monomers? A. SAN. B. ABS. C. SBR. D. PTFE. The correct answer is ABS. Silicon percentage in the silicon steel used for electrical appliances equipments is A. 0.3 0.4. B. 12-14. C. 3-4. D. 20-25. The correct answer is 3-4. Material of construction of foundry crucible is A. Graphite. B. Lead. C. Porcelain. D. Stainless steel. The correct answer is graphite. Titanium can be easily welded using welding. A. Submerged arc. B. TIG. C. Shielded metal arc. D. Electroslag. The correct answer is TIG. Feed check valve is used in steam boilers to A. Check the water level in the boiler. B. Check the feed water flow rate. C. Feed high pressure water to boiler and guard against its backflow through it. D. None of these. The correct answer is feed high pressure water to boiler and guard against its backflow through it. 3. Elastic constants for a completely anisotropic elastic material which follows the Hooke's law are Young's modulus, elastic limit stress and yield stress. Which of the following properties is most sensitive to increase in strain rate? A. Tensile strength. B. Elastic limit. C. Proportional limit. D. Yield strength. The correct answer is proportional limit. Salvaging is an operation. A. Piercing. B. Forging. C. Extrusion. D. Drawing. The correct answer is forging. Pig iron is A. Made from cast iron. B. Made from wrought iron. C. The one which comes out of the blast furnace. D. Free from impurities. The correct answer is the one which comes out of the blast furnace. Classification of metal forming processes into hot and cold working is based on the following parameters. A. Stacking fault energy. B. Recrystallization temperature. C. Solidus temperature. D. Transformation temperature. The correct answer is recrystallization temperature. Kinematic viscosity of water as compared to that of air is A. More. B. Same. C. 15 more. D. 15 less. The correct answer is 15 less. Which of the following is the most suitable for removing fine particles 1 micron diameter from air below its dew point? A. Venturi scrubber. B. Electrostatic precipitator. C. Cyclone separator. D. Fabric filter. The correct answer is electrostatic precipitator. Which of the following is the terminology used for the temperature at which the phase changes occur in a metal? A. Critical temperature. B. Recrystallization temperature. C. Phase transformation temperature. D. Transition temperature. The correct answer is critical temperature. Puddling process is used for converting pig iron into A. Cast iron. B. Wrought iron. C. Mild steel. D. Semi-steel. The correct answer is mild steel. Addition of in steel can help in increasing the depth of hardness. A. Nickel. B. Chromium. C. Vanadium. D. Tungsten. The correct answer is vanadium. On-off control. A. Fully opens the final control element when the measured variable is below the set point. B. Fully closes the final control element when the measured variable is above the set point. C. Is a two-position control fully open or fully closed control adequate to control a process with slow reaction and minimum dead time or transfer lag? D. None of these. The correct answer is a two-position control fully open or fully closed control adequate to control a process with slow reaction and minimum dead time or transfer lag. The tensile load elongation curve of a metal does not describe A. Work hardening. B. Yield stress. C. Anisotropy index. D. Necking strain. The correct answer is anisotropy index. Usual value of the resistance suitable for a wire resistance strain gauge is ohms. A. 20. B. 80. C. 120. D. 500. The correct answer is 120. Permanent set in a material is produced by subjecting it to A. Triaxial loading. B. Fatigue loading. C. Stresses beyond the elastic limit. D. Tensile compressive loads simultaneously. The correct answer is stresses beyond the elastic limit. The following is a typical anionic collector used in flotation. A. Ethyl dixanthogen. B. Trimethyl ammonium bromide. C. Potassium ethyl xanthat. D. Allyl amine hydrochloride. The correct answer is potassium ethyl xanthat.